What's good, y'all? Flash Speaks back for another video, man. All right, so we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Game one is down. As you can probably hear, my voice is going. I was just going crazy out there. Um, this game was, I mean, look, week ones, you never know how to call them. So I didn't really know what to expect. I was interested in seeing how the new offense would look, how the, defense would look. Early on, I was very much impressed with the defense. Offense couldn't get it going, turned the damn ball over. Jalen Hurts, that first damn interception, I don't know what the hell he was doing. Hopefully, we do not see that again. That was like just ridiculous. But anyway, we kept shooting ourselves in the foot, giving the Green Bay Packers great field position. The defense tightened up early on a number of times. So that was that was the only good I could see in that first quarter. The running game was tough, but I'm glad to see that we stuck with the running game. Barkley runs in total 24 times. Jalen Hurts takes 13 runs. I don't know why we're doing that. Too many damn tush pushes. I'm not really feeling that. But okay, we survived through it. I just hope we look back at it and think twice about that. I don't see the point of running Jalen Hurts so much, especially situations where you're talking about 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1, and you tush pushing and all of that. Like, for what? Like if you want to preserve Saquon, then run Gainwell. That's what he's there for. Run Shipley. Hopefully as we move on, we kind of move away from that. Um, Wide receivers were all good, man. A.J. Brown, you're talking about 5 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown. He had that nice long one. That was the second longest touchdown in Jalen Hurts' career. It was over 60 yards. That thing was a thing of beauty. And A.J. Brown catches it, gets away from the defense. Devontae Smith was great as well. 7 catches, 84 yards. That's 12 yards a catch. He didn't get in the end zone, but he was there catching. It seemed like every timely catch we needed. Him and Hurts were hooking up on slant routes, putting them in that slot. That is an excellent move because he's just so great at reading those zones, reading what the defense is doing, finding that soft spot in the zone. That's where Devontae Smith excels. And his hands, like he is not dropping practically anything. So, that was good to see right away that he's ready to go. Dallas Goedert, solid game, 4 catches, 31 yards. And as well, Saquon Barkley was active in both the passing and the rushing game. His I'm surprised that basically his yards, he only caught 2 catches for 23 yards, but one of them was a touchdown, the first touchdown of the day on a beautiful, I believe it was a wheel route, is the way that looked. Beautiful design by Kellen Moore, where he sent A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on posts where, that completely drew the defense. Then you leave Saquon Barkley wide open with a linebacker. The linebacker had absolutely no shot. So good design there by Kellen Moore. I was impressed by a lot of those things. Kellen Moore is a great play designer, similar to like Andy Reid in my opinion, but the weakness comes in sometimes with the situational football. I saw a little bit of that today. Not enough to really complain about, but, Jalen Hurts did not have his best day, in my opinion, from wire to wire. Um, in the beginning of the game, he throws the stupid behind interception, which puts us in a tough spot. The good thing is the defense was able to hold. However, Jalen started to just settle down a little bit. We got together a couple of good drives. We were able to, I think, put up about 14 points on the board before Hurts goes and throws that second interception. I don't understand. Could have thrown 3 or 4. Hopefully, he looks back at this game and is just, not going to go out there and repeat that. I wasn't really feeling that part of his game as far as the decision making. He looked sharp though. Okay, his passes were on point. I didn't see a lot of scattered passes. He was much more effective against the blitz, and that's good because you have Kellen Moore who was allowing, who's giving him options with the blitz. I liked a lot of that. Definitely the counter blitz stuff. But like I said, the only issue I had with Jalen Hurts was some of the decision making. you don't have to make some of those throws. Some of those throws were just ridiculous. There's no rush. Have some patience. He should know better than that. He's a veteran now. And then the other things, I think he did running them a little too much. I don't see the purpose of design runs when you have a running back like Saquon Barkley. Backups like Gainwell and Shipley. I don't get that. Um, Jahan Dotson didn't catch anything today, but I don't believe he was targeted as well. But all around, as far as the offense, I mean, it was a solid game. You're talking about 34 points put up in week one. When you don't have all your stuff together, you know what I mean. So um, that's not bad. Then on the defense, it goes to the defensive side of the ball. The defense, I mean, I know, we're seeing 29 points being given up, but you got to factor in 6 of those points are off for just unauthorized turnovers that Jalen Hurts had produced. Now, as far as the players on the defense, I believe for the most part, the defensive line, as far as the middle, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, I think, played well. I mean, they didn't fill the stat board real crazy today, but I'm just looking at some of the defensive stops we were able to put on, especially in that red zone. They came up really big there. Jalen Carter was making some plays. I saw him taking some of those offensive linemen and pushing their asses right back, you know, damn near to the quarterback and the running back. That's what I want to see. Josh Sweat was not very productive. Neither was Bryce Huff. So I don't know what's going to happen with them. Maybe today they were up against a better offensive line, so they weren't really able to get off with their one on ones. Hopefully that's just the case. But I didn't see anything special coming out of them. Actually, Nolan Smith, I saw a little bit of him kind of like getting close. I thought he was doing a good job beating his man. He just has to learn how to shed them guys at the end. Little stuff like that he has to learn. He's still a young defensive end. As far as the secondary, man, listen, I told you all about Quinyon Mitchell. For those who saw my pregame, I told you all about Quinyon Mitchell. Quinyon Mitchell, he reminds me of one of the all-time greats, and that's Mike Haynes. For all of you who, I don't know how many of y'all go back, how far y'all go back in the NFL, but Mike Haynes, in my opinion, is the greatest cornerback of all time when you combine all things. Deion Sanders, everyone says, we know Deion Sanders is the best cover corner, but Mike Haynes, that's the guy that Quinyon Mitchell reminds me of. He talks a lot of trash out there. He jawing with them damn receivers and all that. I mean, Quinyon is crazy. I like that though. Darius Slay was solid. He went out there getting beat, so I didn't really have a problem with that. C.J. Gardner Johnson, had a decent game. He was very instrumental early on some of those stops that we had, especially in the red zone. But I saw him make a few mistakes out there, which led to a big play. That one big play touchdown to the Packer receiver whose name I can't remember right now. That was as a result of C.J. Gardner Johnson making the wrong decision. Running over. I think he was either following the tight end or the other receiver, and he let the receiver go free, and then he missed the tackle. So that was the one mistake C.J. Gardner Johnson made. That was probably egregious. Other than that, I think he played a solid game. Like I said, but I like the defense. I know they gave up a little bit more points than you would want, but at the same time, I respect Green Bay's offense, so I'm not expecting. I mean, I'm not angry if they're not going out there and holding them to 10 points because that is a very difficult thing to do, a tall task. I mean, the 49ers weren't holding them to that. Neither was Dallas last year. So, um, like I said, man, I'm happy with the win. Definitely a win is a win, but I want to look for some improvement. Going forward, I want to see Jalen Hurts make better decisions. I have a little bit more patience out there. You don't have to force anything. Just you got all these weapons. Just let it come to you. That's what I kind of want to see with him. Jordan Love looked like looked like he got twisted up on that last drive there. Hopefully he's okay. When you lose players like that, that lessens the quality of the league. So we don't want to see that. Jordan Love is a great young talent. He's going to be one of the guys we're talking about in the future as far as those top shelf quarterbacks that are probably going at it in the postseason. So uh, you know Prayers out to Jordan Love. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. You know what I mean? He was walking around a little bit at the end, so hopefully, it's nothing real crazy. Zach Bond, I want to give him a special shout out. He led the team in tackles today. Actually, 11 tackles. It's very good. Eight. I mean, 7 of them were solo tackles, very impressive. Reed Blankenship as well. Like I get on Reed a lot. I think he's, calling him overrated and all that. But tonight he went out there, got that interceptions. So he gets a game ball from me as well. N'Kobe Dean, I thought was really good. He was in many places that he was supposed to be for the most part. I know a couple of runs Josh Jacob got away from us. Green Bay were very patient with the running game. They have some very sophisticated blocking schemes as well as some damn holding schemes. Them damn dudes, man. Green Bay is a holding ass team, but for the most part, I think we did a decent job with the running game. When you look, you see uh, Jacobs ended up with 84 yards on 16 carries, 5.2. Now, it looks good, but really at halftime, he was at about barely 20 yards. So you're talking about the second half, he was able to get off. Dobbs and Reed, they both had 4 catches. Reed with the 138, especially because we gave up the big plays to him, you know. So let's look at what anybody got to say here. Jay Capone, the Dons, thank you, Philly. Much love. Yeah, no doubt, man. I know he's the Chicago Bears fan who's happy that the Pack lost. Great win for Lamb, but Hurts will be the reason this year. I see it. The reason for what? You talking about we lose because he threw the 2 picks? Saquon redeemed year. Yeah, man, I hope so. Do you know he had a solid year last year? But this is Saquon's first time playing with, a cast of players that are, on his level as well as a competent offensive line. We're one of the best offensive line coaches in the league, and I think we the Eagles have the heaviest offensive line in the league right now. Stevie Johnson says, "Yeah, Saquon Barkley is finally going to know what a real high-power NFL offense looks like." Yeah, that's what we're hoping, man. That's what we're hoping. Hopefully everybody stays healthy, and we'll see. So basically, you talking about week one. I'm not gonna go too crazy. There's probably a little bit of rust on the part of the players. Um, and you saw that on both sides of the ball. But, all in all, good week. Good week one win. I'm glad now. I'm glad it's on a Friday because we'll get an extra 3 days to rest, before our next game. So this is pretty much we're gonna wrap this up, the post game, and get with y'all tomorrow. Because tomorrow we'll do more of a thorough look at the game, probably grab some film, that sort of thing. But right now, we're talking about midnight, and so all right, thanks for coming through, everybody. Peace out.